You will guard your mind in the modern world. Marcus Aurelius' philosophy, the Stoic path. How many times a day do you feel overwhelmed? Stressed? Do you ever feel like the world is pushing you to your breaking point? What if I told you that you could guard your mind against this storm using the wisdom of a Roman emperor, someone who lived thousands of years ago? In today's video, we're going to explore how Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, teaches us to protect our minds in a world filled with distractions, stress, and chaos. Stay with me as we dive deep into how Stoic principles can help you build mental resilience and peace in the modern world. Welcome! Today, we're exploring a philosophy that has stood the test of time, Stoicism. Specifically, we're going to uncover how Marcus Aurelius' Stoic wisdom can help you guard your mind in the modern world. From work pressures to the noise of social media, it can feel like our minds are constantly under attack. But Marcus Aurelius has a powerful way of looking at life that can help us rise above it all. If you've ever felt like you can't escape the mental noise of modern life, or if you're looking for a way to stay grounded amidst life's chaos, then this video is for you. By the end of it, you'll have practical tools based on Stoic philosophy that you can apply to your life every day. Section 1. Control what you can. The power of focus. The first core principle of Stoicism that Marcus Aurelius taught was the importance of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. In his writings, he famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In today's world, we often try to control everything: other people's reactions, external circumstances, even the news cycle. But the truth is, there are only a few things within our control: our actions, our responses, and our thoughts. Let's take a simple example. Imagine you receive a harsh email from a colleague. You can't control what they wrote, but you can control how you respond. Will you react with anger, or will you take a deep breath, choose calm, and respond thoughtfully? Guarding your mind starts with realizing that the key to peace lies in accepting what's out of your control. In the modern world, there's so much that we can't influence. The news, other people's opinions, and even certain aspects of our job are beyond our grasp. But how we react, that's in our power. Section 2. Mindfulness and self-reflection. Knowing yourself. The second core concept that Stoicism emphasizes is the practice of mindfulness and reflection. Marcus Aurelius spent time every day reflecting on his thoughts, his actions, and his responses. He believed that daily self-reflection was key to maintaining mental clarity and peace. Take a moment to think about how often you check in with yourself. Do you pause to reflect on how you feel and what's occupying your mind? If not, you're not alone. We often live in autopilot mode, reacting to the world without stopping to consider our thoughts and feelings. Marcus would ask himself, "What did I do today? Was I virtuous? Did I react with patience and wisdom?" By regularly checking in with ourselves, we can clear the mental clutter, process our emotions, and course correct when necessary. This practice not only strengthens our minds, but it also helps us remain focused on what truly matters. Mindfulness isn't just about stopping to breathe. It's about actively becoming aware of your thoughts and emotions. This awareness helps guard your mind by preventing negative influences and unnecessary stress from taking hold. Section 3. Resilience. Embracing challenges as opportunities. The third core concept is resilience. Marcus Aurelius didn't shy away from adversity. He believed that life's hardships were not obstacles to be avoided, but rather chances to strengthen our mental and emotional resilience. Let's be real, life isn't easy. It's full of setbacks, difficulties, and tough times. But how you handle these situations is what defines your strength. Instead of seeing a failure as something bad, Marcus would encourage us to look at it as a chance for growth. For example, if you lose a job or experience a personal setback, you can either dwell on the failure or learn from it and become stronger. Guarding your mind also means viewing challenges as stepping stones to personal development. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to practice patience, resilience, and courage. Section 4. Contrasting view modern life ease. Stoic philosophy, of course. Some might argue that Stoicism seems a bit too passive for the modern world. With the constant pressure to be productive and busy, can we really afford to slow down and reflect? Doesn't that make us less effective? Some believe that the Stoic approach is about disengaging from life and accepting things as they are. But Marcus Aurelius didn't tell us to sit idly by. He showed us how to engage with the world, but on our own terms. Stoicism isn't about ignoring problems, but about choosing how we respond to them. It's about being active in life, but active in a way that preserves our peace and mental clarity. So, Stoicism doesn't mean being passive. It means being active in a way that protects your mind, ensuring that external chaos doesn't overwhelm your inner peace. Section 5. Acceptance, embracing life as it is. The Stoics also teach us the value of acceptance. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of accepting life as it is, flaws, hardships, and all. He said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Essentially, everything that happens to you, good or bad, is part of life's grand plan. Rather than resisting or fighting against the inevitable, Marcus encourages us to accept things as they are. Life will throw challenges, disruptions, and obstacles at us, but it's how we respond to them that defines our peace. By accepting things as they are, we take away the emotional weight of struggling against reality. Acceptance doesn't mean complacency. It means recognizing that we don't have to fight against everything that doesn't go our way. It's about surrendering to what's outside our control while finding peace in our responses. Section 6. Virtue and inner strength. Living according to values. Another key principle of Stoicism is the idea of living in alignment with virtue, acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius believed that the only true good is virtue. Everything else is indifferent. This means that your happiness doesn't come from external achievements, but from living in accordance with your values. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of external success, money, status, and approval from others. But Stoicism teaches that true happiness lies in living with integrity, staying true to your values, and acting with moral purpose. Guarding your mind is about cultivating inner strength through virtue. It's about building mental toughness by living a life grounded in principles that you can be proud of, regardless of what happens around you. Section 7. Detachment, letting go of attachments. Lastly, Marcus Aurelius often speaks about detachment. This doesn't mean disengaging from life, but rather letting go of attachments that create unnecessary suffering. In the modern world, we're often attached to our possessions, relationships, and outcomes. But Stoicism teaches us that our peace comes when we can detach from the need for these external validations. When we are too attached to anything, whether it's a person, an object, or a particular outcome, we set ourselves up for disappointment. The Stoic practice of detachment is not about disinterest, but about living freely without clinging to things beyond our control. Guarding your mind also means freeing yourself from these attachments. When you detach from the need to control everything or possess everything, you're left with more mental clarity and peace. Section 8. Emotional resilience. Mastering your emotions. One of the key aspects of Stoic philosophy is mastering your emotions. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about not letting emotions control you, but rather choosing how to respond to them. He said, "When you are distressed by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment of it." In today's world, we're bombarded with triggers. Someone cuts us off in traffic, an argument at work, or a rude comment on social media. It's easy to get swept away by anger, frustration, or fear. But Stoicism teaches us that we don't have to let these emotions control us. Instead, we can choose to respond with calmness and clarity. The key is not to suppress your emotions, but to understand them and choose your response wisely. Emotional resilience comes from the ability to face difficult situations without letting your emotions dictate your actions. By doing this, you can prevent yourself from being constantly overwhelmed by external events. Section 9. The importance of community, Stoicism, and social connections. Another important aspect of Stoic philosophy is recognizing our role in the broader community. Marcus Aurelius believed that we are all part of a larger whole, and that our actions should be aimed at benefiting others. He wrote, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees." In modern times, we often focus on individual success, our personal goals, ambitions, and accomplishments. While those things are important, Stoicism teaches us that we also have a responsibility to contribute positively to society. Our well-being is interconnected with the well-being of others. So, by helping others, by fostering strong social connections, and by contributing to the greater good, we nurture our own mental health and peace. Stoic philosophy reminds us that we're not solitary beings. Engaging in meaningful relationships and contributing to our communities are powerful ways to safeguard our minds. They provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes beyond individual success. Section 10. The art of simplifying, cutting through the noise. In the fast-paced modern world, we are constantly bombarded with information, tasks, and distractions. But Marcus Aurelius often advised us to simplify our lives and focus on what truly matters. He said, "Be content to be yourself and to make use of the resources available to you." Stoicism teaches us that we don't need to engage with every distraction or chase after every opportunity. Instead, we can simplify our lives by focusing on the essentials. This might mean cutting back on unnecessary commitments, avoiding social media overload, or saying no to things that don't align with our values. By eliminating unnecessary distractions and focusing on what's truly important, we free ourselves from mental clutter. This allows us to guard our minds against overwhelm and cultivate a life that is more peaceful and purposeful. To wrap up, here's what we've learned in today's world, where stress and distractions are everywhere. We can guard our minds by focusing on what we can control, practicing mindfulness, building resilience, living in the present, accepting what we cannot change, acting according to our values, and letting go of unnecessary attachments. By incorporating Stoic principles into our lives, we can protect our minds from the chaos around us and cultivate true inner peace. So, I challenge you to start today. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on what you can control and how you're reacting to the world. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more on Stoic philosophy and personal growth. Share your thoughts below. How do you guard your mind in this fast-paced world? I'd love to hear your perspective.